They're gonna give us a table.
Good morning everyone and welcome back to the vlog. In today's episode, we are going to be bringing the Ferrari Pista down to Manila. I have a few errands that I need to complete. We got to go to Classic Speed to check on the E28 BMW. We're also delivering some parts for the Skyfiro. I ended up ordering another harness and ECU for Skyfiro because we have an LS3 motor. I haven't really been pushing the project because we've been so busy with the super performance cars and the client projects as well. But now we do have time to do the electricals, and I have been learning so much from Vicky over here. I've been spending my head down into the wires and really just learning how to wire in the PDM system. We are also going to be checking out another 993. Since I sold my maroon 993 before the pandemic, I severely missed it. For now, yes, let's pack up. I'm gonna put this camera down. I'll see you guys when we're on the road. Here it is, guys. There also is a 964 turbo, but this is what we're after, the Carrera 4S. Looks like in pristine condition. Looks like a stock exhaust. So nice. I like the color. Okay, we've been given range to test drive. As with any air-cooled, we gotta warm it up first. So it's a bit worrisome that the tires on the car are actually all expired, and really expired, like 2010, 2011 for both fronts, and then 2012 for one rear. So it doesn't make sense that the car has been sitting that long. Usually when you're buying cars, you don't want cars that have sat for so long, because if they're not being used, especially for the air-cooled cars, the rubber seals do break and they need to be oiled properly. So we're going to do a quick test drive around the village, nothing crazy, just to feel it out. I can hear the brakes scrubbing. Alright, I think I'm over the test drive. The odometer doesn't work, which is super worrisome. With these cars, the gauge needs the gear. You put in the gear so that the odometer will start working again. So we actually don't know when was the last time the odometer was working. And then under some hard load on second gear, you can hear the engine sort of like have this metal sound. It doesn't sound like it's knocking, but it is a sound. And then also, yes, the tires are all expired, but there's no rattles, there's no shakes. And the suspension's quite soft, so I don't see any reason to doubt that this car wasn't maintained. There, it's got that weird power steering is nice and light. The brakes are okay, except for that sound. Bit worrisome. Okay, we're gonna head back now and park the car.
And someone I know has been there twice in their life, but hasn't taken their asawa to a manpulo. I hear it's nice.
Are you complaining?
Yes.
I bring you. Okay, guys, we're gonna leave the car. We're gonna ask to bring it to garage 2233 to get inspected. I don't know what that is, but there's this weird knocking sound happening somewhere here. So compression test, oil change, figure out what's wrong with the car. 993 Turbo. Okay guys, we are in the Porsche Turbo. This is the unicorn. Just checking if every small thing works. Turn off the exclamation mark. We're gonna see if the aircon is cold. Classic radio, wow, has not been changed. Love these silver gauges. This is what it's all about. Oh wow, the clutch is super soft. Wonderful. Super original, guys. This car feels so fresh. It's got some juice. There's a little squeak in the rear suspension, but everything else seems to be okay. Aircon is nice and cold. So we're gonna head back now and look at the body further. Before I even saw the service manual, I was already assuming that this car was from the East Coast because I saw some salt marks in the engine bay, and it was true. But the car did come from the East Coast, and then it got sold in Porsche, Colorado. So it does have a squeak in the rear, which means some of the bushings probably need to be greased, but that should be an easy fix. Engine has no leaks, which is amazing. I think this could be the one. We are going to be checking another 993 Turbo right after this, so we're going to find out which one is the better car. Obviously the price also matters, but this feels fresh. Checking out a few more cars. This is the other 993 Turbo. Nice 993 Cabriolet. The 964 Turbo that I want to test drive is here also. We're just waiting for Alfredo to come out. Give him a ring. Both cars are identical. Both cars drive well. It's gonna be a hard choice to decide, but one of them is gonna go home with us in a week or so. Yeah, this does have a pull. Guys, check out this 964. When we stopped by Garage 2233, they were assembling this car, but finally Alfredo is bringing it around and test driving it, and it looks amazing. It started off as a base 964, and it's got a full carbon front clip, center locks, carbon ceramic brakes by AP Racing. All the suspension has been upgraded. The side skirts and the rear also been carbon upgraded. The interior of this car looks immaculate. It's got the Recaro, what do you call this, Recaro? Recaro podium seats. It's the super lightweight. So these are the Recaro podium seats for the super lightweight with all the holes in the seats. Hard to get these seats. I think there's like a 6 to 8 month waiting period. Look at the gauges of this car, all custom trim. I think the gauges definitely I want to get. They also made this seat delete, which looks amazing. Although I would have flattened it out so we can still put stuff on it. Because if we brake now, everything gets thrown forward. So this is running center lock wheels, and these were definitely Porsche specific because it has the Porsche grooves, so you need the Porsche specific center lock tool also, which is the same with all the GT3s. And it is running a 964 turbo engine. 3.8?
3.8 twin turbo, water cooled intercooler.
Ooh, carbon trunk, super light. So the engine has been rebuilt to a 3.8 twin turbo water intercooled engine, and wow, look at the work. It looks so clean. So Alfredo did also delete the aircon compressor here.
Running an electric aircon.
This is running an electric compressor up in front, so it cleans out this whole system here and looks super cool. Okay guys, doing a quick update with the 430. Nothing is happening. So we're having issues with the brake, and we gotta change the bolts. The studs of the Brixton wheels are hitting the caliper, so we gotta change those studs. Brixton ended up sending us the studs. We're just waiting for that. These are the carbon ceramic rotors that we're installing. We're actually also ordering all the rubber seals plus these guys to make it all new. Got our key back, batteries there. Let's go to 2233. Okay guys, doing a quick update here in Garage 2233. This is Noah's engine. It's a 3.8 liter already, which they rebuilt for me. This is actually the gearbox from Vicky, because Vicky is now running a 997 gearbox. So this is a 993 G50 6-speed. We decided to install this because the other gearbox that was on this car was a C4, which means it's a 4-wheel drive. We ended up doing some modifications on the previous gearbox to make it a 2-wheel drive, but I wasn't so confident about it, so I ended up putting this on this car just to make sure that everything is solid. We have RWB Kirsten here. Kirsten just got new piston rings and they're just doing the break-in. Noah's almost done. I want to drive this car. This is the 964 turbo with the center locks. Looks so good. This car, well done. Look at the seats. I ordered these seats for the 430. They look so good. Look at the back. Wood shift knob. And look at the switch panels that they did. Very, very tasteful. Even the gauges. Quite like how this car turned out. You have the adjustable suspension dampers and the reservoir exposed. This is carbon body. Although the headlights, not a huge fan of this. I do like Noah's headlights, but such a sleeper look. AP Racing brakes. Okay, and then last on the update, this is the Targa, which I've inherited again. We're still working on it. Maybe in a month or so, this car is gonna come out. So many projects to do, so many projects to finish. Targa's here, new wheels for that. RWB Noah. This car is still here, although the engine is now inside. Thank God. So I just turned over the wiring harness, the ECU, and the body wiring harness to Mark. Mark is going to install it in this Skyfiro, which is over there. I brought a fuel pump for the GT40, so that's gonna go in there. And we have some parts for the Datsun. So in today's tasks, we are going to be checking on this car because we are selling the Mach 1. We have actually a few interested buyers for it. Yesterday they test drove this and it went to Subic. They did about 300 kilometers and had some issues with knocking on the front suspension. Rear diff also has this small whine, which we're going to fix. I said, yeah, we can't test drive this yet. The R33 has no parts, but yes, the task today is to test drive the E28. So the E28 power steering line blew, so we got to figure that out. There's also something wrong with the steering angle where I'm getting more angle on the driver's side rather than the passenger side. So gotta sort that out. Right now, walking over to the paint booth because we sent some stuff for painting, which is the wing of the 997 GT3. Let's do a quick update here. As you can see, we're building another sofa. Update on the VW Combi. As you can see, the shape is completely off. So obviously when we change the front end, it's going to lean in a little, but definitely we need the proper panels. We need the frame guide. I need to get this panel, that panel, the rear panel, the doors even. This is the engine that we got from Fusion. Thank you so much to Oliver. So this is the Subaru Forester EJ20 engine, turbo dual overhead cam. It's got a manual, this is an automatic, but we got a manual gearbox. Look at the engine size. Subaru engine, Volkswagen engine. Subaru engine, Volkswagen engine. It's so big and so small at the same time. What's going to happen is we're going to use Subaru gears to reverse the transmission so that this will work in the car. After that, we're going to mount vents here so that we can just put the radiator somewhere above the system or on the sides radiators, and then yet the engine will be underneath, sort of sleeper-ish in a way. That's all the updates that we have today in Classic Speed. I'm going to be heading back to Manila now so that we can continue doing the other projects that we have planned in the city. Sorry, neighbors. Because the Novitec straight pipe exhaust is so noisy and it doesn't have any valves, we ended up ordering a Klein Inconel exhaust with valves because I really can't take it. As much as this sounds so good when you're driving, I just feel bad that I'm not able to control the exhaust system. So we also will pair it with the Capristo remote valve controller. Okay, let's do a quick update on the 430. Not much here, but again, that's the carbon ceramic brake. We are waiting for the front components. We had to press a new spacer just so that we can align the rotor with the caliper. I sent them the bolts already for the lug nuts so that we can shorten the back bolt so that it won't hit the caliper system. I will send this to, or pass by Fitment real quick just to put the rubber on this after they're done. But we did order some carbon components, so I just want to make sure. Like this portion, maybe we'll do carbon. I ended up ordering the carbon floor plates, or sorry, the aluminum checkered floor plates from eBay, just so that we can complete the flooring. The siding, we're gonna order the carbon bits for this also. The seats, we have nice Recaro seats coming. And then the engine bay, we're going to add some more carbon bits, which I can't show you right now because the car is so high. But wow, this is taking longer than expected. It should be done soon. Okay guys, we're almost at second skin. The traffic's been super crazy. But yes, excited to see the 992 GT3 in manual, and it's now gold. I did ask Archie to put the Porsche name on the wing because I felt like it lacked a little contrast. Now, I wasn't going to do this gold on gold, but I wanted to do something that we didn't have yet here in the Philippines, so the gold color was it. Porsche does offer the gold color as a paint to sample option, but obviously because I didn't spec the 992, I didn't get to get that chance, so we just had to wrap it instead. And we just got second skin and the car is right here. Now before I show you this car, I'm going to drool over it first because it looks so good. I never thought I'd like this color on this car, but when I saw the sample photos of it, I was just blown away. Gotta sneak in some video of this Yaris. Look at the wrap. It looks so shiny. Super metallic. It actually looks good on this car. It's got this weird sheen that looks so good on cam. I don't know if you guys can see it, but in the naked eye, it looks so amazing. Anyway, back to the GT3. We're actually mounting plates already. Believe it or not, the plates have arrived. We're also adding a stripe on the wing. We did return the Porsche stripe down the middle and then on the side. And we're adding another stripe just to match the stripe to go all the way back. Boys working really hard so that they can get this done. we had them add a stripe just to match these stripes there, just to make it more uniform. I think it looks good. We are drilling the plates on already because we do have plates. Might as well put them on. 5,500 pesos for a full tank. That is insane. Thank God this car is naturally aspirated. The gauge says we're going to get 666 kilometers for the full tank. So we're going to take it easy because the car is under break-in, and we're going to try to keep the revs under 4,000, but we will open the exhaust for sure. We are crawling through traffic, but so far so good. The clutch of this car is super soft. The gear selection is amazingly easy to engage the gears, and I just gotta work out how to figure out all the electronics of this car. We do have a limiter that's been set, and I think some of the features are still in German, and I need to figure out how to set the drive modes. Yes, so this knob right here on the steering wheel gives us our drive modes that we're allowed to change different settings. I'm so happy that it's a manual. Just makes everything so much cooler. Now the seats are a little hunched over for some reason. They remind me a lot of the SVJ seats. They're not as uncomfortable, but they're a bit loose. So still on the mission to add more kilometers tonight. I'm on the way to BGC so that I can pick up Joey. We're gonna drive around a little before we head to dinner. Already when driving the car, even though I've only put like 20-30 kilometers on the car, I already can tell that the car has some quirkiness about it. But overall the car feels like it's a fun car to drive. I really haven't given it any revs past 4,000 RPM, but the clutch pedal, the steering wheel, and the gear shifter are very easy to operate. They're very light. Even though I have the car in sports setting, the suspension is forgivable. It's a little firm compared to, I think, the Ferrari. The 488 does have a softer ride, but in terms of comparing it to the GT2 RS, this does have a softer ride. What else can I tell about the car? The steering wheel is super lightweight, and it's very nice to maneuver in the city, especially because this car does have rear wheel steer. It's a Ferrari. Let's go. Nice Ferrari over there. There is Joe. Hello. See the car coming a mile away?
Yes, honey.
Okay. Where are we headed?
Anywhere.
Drive around first. Just took the car out to the Grand Hyatt. We got some special parking. Gonna have some dinner. We are in the Grand Hyatt.
With no reservation.
No reservation, reckless kids.
Try to push our luck to get a reservation.
But we got good parking.
Gonna give us a table. They're gonna give us a table.
Positive thinking. We are here to have some dinner. They're gonna give us a table.
Put in my puppy dog.
Okay, let's go, puppy dog. So we managed to get a table, and it's our first time to order here. The food looks super interesting.
I cook it right in front of you.
It's the first open kitchen restaurant, Chinese style, apparently, which looks interesting. I mean, if we walked around, you can see that it's an open style kitchen. Very nice ambiance. Just finished dinner, and look, we have a twinsies, a Carrera S. This is also a 992. Looks so good. But we're gonna get in the car and get out of here. He doesn't even have plates yet.